The FBI is not giving us the whole truth about active shooter incidents? When did this start happening? Oh my goodness, we're going to talk about the FBI drastically undercounting armed citizen intervention in active shooters in just a minute. But first, gun giveaway is going on right now. It's absolutely free, ends really soon. All you got to do to find out about which new gun you could win is click that link. So go ahead and do it. So, a recent report by the Crime Prevention Research Council, and I'm reading right here to make sure I don't get any of this stuff wrong, shows that the FBI has massively undercounted or underreported the number of people who have stopped active shooter incidents. So the FBI database shows that between 2014 and 2021, the FBI identified 252 active shooter incidents and said during that same time period, only 11 of them were thwarted by armed citizens. But the Crime Prevention Research Council has found out that during that time, there were indeed 360 active shooter incidents, and 124 of them, armed citizens stopped the mayhem. So think about this for a minute. Why is the FBI doing this? Why is the FBI not telling us that private citizens with guns are stopping active shooters? We all know it to be true. It's just common sense. We know that. Now, statistically, the numbers are out there. But here is the most telling portion of this report. Professor Emeritus Gary Mauser, love the name, Gary Mauser, at Simon Fraser University in British Columbia, so in Canada, where they hate guns anyway, this professor is quoted as saying, after reading the report, whether deliberately through bias or just plain incompetence, the FBI database on active shooters cannot be trusted. We know that the media is never going to tell us what's happening out there really. They are going to portray firearms as evil. They do it in every case. And they also try to portray honest, law-abiding gun owners as reckless cowboys who are just launching bullets around the mall. That's not what's happening. And the FBI is suppressing that data. We have the information. It's out there, and the FBI is suppressing it. Now, we can only speculate as to why. I assume it is because most government agencies in the law enforcement realm, most of the federal agencies, want to restrict gun ownership further. You know what they say about ATF. Always think forfeiture. That means the ATF wants to take your guns. The FBI wants to reduce gun crime and is therefore complicit in this idea that guns are bad. Guns are not bad. People are bad. Guns are just guns. We can use them for evil purposes or good purposes. And what we're finding out is that 10 times more people than the FBI reports are actually using guns to save lives. 10 times more people. Why would they be suppressing this information? It's unconscionable. What I want you to understand now that you have this information is that you should be carrying your gun any place you legally can. That the way to stop an active shooter is to engage that active shooter quickly with accurate gunfire. Make sure that you are well trained, that you practice often, that you understand all of the rules of engagement, all of the laws covering self-defense in your jurisdiction, and be there and be prepared. Your responsibility to defend yourself and your loved ones never ends. And you can see clearly that government agencies are not going to be telling us the truth about what's happening out there. We know the truth. We knew it in our heart all along that a good guy with a gun stops a bad guy with a gun. The FBI has suppressed that information. It's unconscionable that they're doing it, but now that you have the information, you can spread the word. Make sure that you are following the laws, that you are carrying your gun everywhere you can, and that you are properly trained. It's up to you to defend yourself. Want to know the 3 biggest mistakes when carrying a handgun? Then click on the video next to me to reveal all 3 mistakes. Mistake number 2 may shock you. Everybody has their own cardinal rules for what they're going to do when they're carrying a gun, but right now I'm going to give you 3 things that you must never do